Nobody beats Rowdy Roddy Piper at the race game. I'm the greatest!
Hello and welcome to another cartoon commentary, aka Toon Guys Talking, and ooh yeah, the greatest of all time is joining me, it's hardcore Bob Hansen. Yeah, how you doing?
Freak out, doing a thing, yeah.
Laying low, my man, thanks for having me. I'm excited to watch a rock and wrestling for the first time in 58 years. When was this?
Back in the 70s in Japan is the standard answer for every for every wrestler. But I know you're a big wrestling fan, so am I, and we grew up on the good stuff, the golden age of wrestling. So I've been looking forward to doing this with you for a while, and we're finally in the same territory at the same time. Yeah. so we're taking a look at the beloved question mark exclamation mark Hulk Hogan's Rock and Wrestling from the 80s. It's episode 1. It's around. Look for it. You can find it. I don't know if it's on the network.
I doubt it. I don't think they own that.
It's around though. Take a look around for it. We're starting with episode 1. So here's your countdown. 3, 2, 1, play. And when I say play, you press play. Everybody ready? 3, 2, 1, play. Do the thing, yeah!
Yeah, where is this?
Ravishing Hulk Hogan's Rock and Wrestling. This theme right here is Ravishing by Bonnie Tyler.
How about that? This is the Garden.
Ravishing. Yeah, they took Ravishing, took the lyrics out and turned it into the Hulk Hogan theme. So how would everything have been better if it was Ravishing Hulk Hogan and the Immortal Rick Rude?
I don't know. I guess there's nothing you can do. It's a total eclipse of the heart. There he is.
You see all the animated characters here in their rides. How is this not a big toy line? Roddy Piper and his hot rod Roadster. Look at this. I always love this shot of Hulk walking down the street and people just flocking. As a little kid, I was always expecting him to show up downtown in Kitchener, Ontario, Canada. Just one day the Hulkster walking down the street and we'd all run around and tell him how awesome he was.
He would love that. Hey!
It's the brain.
Oh my God.
Jogging. People are playing handball. They're playing racquetball, and they're in the gym. Whether they're on a knotless, they're using just plain dumbbells like I do, and the men I manage do. You've got to be in shape. And
He's looking like Mr. Perfect.
Yeah. Look at him sweaty.
Oh, it's a workout.
Yeah.
They would intercut the little live action things, which was really appreciated because the wrestlers don't actually do their own voices in the show. And that's so unfortunate. Like, why didn't Roddy Piper voice himself in this show and Hulk Hogan? At least we have these inserts.
Hey.
I don't think that's proper form.
It's possible that not 100, but he wasn't afraid to look like a fool.
What in God's name is he doing? Perfect. Gum slap.
As someone before filming said, Brain, it's a kid's show. Don't wear pants.
Episode 1, the Junkyard 500, and one of my favorites, Sylvester Ritter, the Junkyard Dog.
So now I'm unfamiliar with the concept of the program. Do they all have a different job?
I don't know. It's been so long since I've watched this. I don't remember Tito Santana being in this either, but there he is.
No.
I guess it's mostly the first year or first 2 years of LJNs would be in this. But yeah, it appears as though Junkyard Dog runs a junkyard.
Oh, well,
so I guess they moonlight, yeah.
You know, people make fun of the mid-'90s for every wrestler having a side job, but I guess this is where it started.
This is where they got it from.
Oh, he killed a man.
That's they'll solve it in the ring. No charges were pressed. A steel cage match has been signed for Friday at the Garden.
My God. They've done so much destruction already.
And it was the start of such a nice day.
That's a hot rod.
Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense. Do they just run around hurting people?
Why is Piper bigger than Big John Studd?
He's a bigger star, that's why.
I bet part of the likeness rights was that you gotta make me bigger than everybody. You know,
I got all, Baba. I got all.
7 feet in my mind, and I'm 7 feet in the show. Yeah.
Well, that's why I'm here.
It's a pretty bad Piper impression. I mean,
oh yeah,
I think we just heard a better Piper impression on this commentary than what we're hearing right here. But
yeah, I imagine the voice actor got a piece of paper that said Scottish guy and just went, all right.
I also wonder if it was Hot Rod going, yeah, and he better not sound like me, or he's going to get a little knock on the door at 3 a.m., if you know what I'm saying.
That's the last thing you need.
That's what you think, junk breath.
They're fighting over possession of an old man, I guess. I don't understand.
They're going to put him on a pole or a ladder match?
No.
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 Why don't you work this out between yourselves? You could have a race.
In the ring. I don't recall Piper and JYD ever crossing paths in the WWF.
I don't
remember
think so
them
either.
ever having a match or even like a Piper's Pit or anything. Maybe they did.
If memory serves me, and it, oh no, Jimmy.
There he is.
Andre. Wow, look at that.
Wendy.
Oh wow.
All the heroes are here.
Did the wiper spray inside the car?
Yeah, that's weird. Oh, because there's no windshield. Billy Jim has it.
Oh, of course.
Oh, it's such a shame Savage didn't make it into this. I think he just came in after this was in the can.
What a crime. Oh, yeah.
Honestly, Cuter, it's not working good
Just
yet.
walking around with his little cup of coffee. Fuji Mula. This is so awesome. Oh, no. Another rib by the Foodster.
Why doesn't Fuji just take the engine out of the good guy's car?
Here, Mula, I'll make it up to you. Eat this sandwich.
Oh, jeez. Wow, they really do have one of every kind of foreign enemy on a bad guy's side, don't they?
It's the tag champs.
Oh, jeez.
Turn the booster on.
You had to be pretty colorful to make it into the show. I don't think we'll be seeing Mike Rotunda and Barry Windham in this show.
No, I doubt it. Yeah, you're right. I don't think Piper and JYD crossed paths in the WWF at the time.
Oh, Sheiky baby. Make you humble.
Yeah, that Sheik wasn't half bad. Like, I'd take it.
He's good.
Junk wagon devices ready to go. It's Hollywood for Roddy Piper.
I guess they're doing when Piper was like super amped up right around WrestleMania 1 when everything was just, doing the hair thing and the, Joker imitation basically.
Oh, yeah. Wendy Richter's inclusion, there's Lou. Wendy Richter's inclusion would have to be, when did they do the Spider Lady Moolah thing to her?
That was...
wasn't long after.
Yeah, it had to be shortly after.
Vamos! I'm trying, Abominable.
That's actually a great JYD.
That's very good, yeah. Maybe JYD was the only one available. Like, listen, I got the time.
You think we'll see any wrestling moves in this? I don't think we've seen any so far.
There's more than enough wrestling on TV today. There also doesn't have wrestling moves, so I can't be. What's amazing is even though JYD was wrestling for the hey, it's Gene. Even though JYD was a WWF wrestler at the time, after this first episode, Bill Watts still fired him somehow. It's amazing. Bill Watts might have fired me at one point. I've never met him.
Well, Bill never fired me, but he tried to teach me how to take a kick one time, and I refused to get down on all fours for him.
Who was that, Warrior?
Yeah.
Okay.
Get down, I'll teach you how to take a kick.
Yeah. Oh, old wrestling.
It's like, yeah, hey, Bill, I'll teach you how to take a lead pipe to the head.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh, boy. Why would the sign have to exist then?
I don't know.
Logically, that makes no sense.
Uh-oh. Now, if this episode Yeah, they would have to take this off the network.
Oh God!
If it was on the network, due to the Roddy Piper
WrestleMania
6 match.
Yeah.
You look like a nice Russian baboon.
I sincerely hope most people listen to this are wrestling fans, because if not, they'll be completely lost.
They're going to be. I think you'd have to be.
The whole wrestling culture is in-jokes. Like, that's all we have.
Right. Unfortunately, yeah. I think a lot of toy guys sometimes fail to realize, too, their culture is kind of an in-joke, too.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, everything's...
Sometimes it's an out joke. Sometimes it's just a joke.
Sometimes it's a not in stock joke. Why would the sign say bridge not? It would just say nothing.
I know.
There'd be no sign.
I know.
I would never think to check now. I'm terrified to drive. Oh no. So there's a race of some sort. Be careful.
Stops on a dime.
The dog doesn't understand English commands, JYD. Come on.
That thing flies?
That's so dangerous. Then again, after stories of hearing what it's like to be in a car with some of those old wrestlers, old wrestlers are great. It was 180 miles an hour down a hill in a blizzard, and I was, it was so dumb to hear there were both heels and faces in a car. Yeah, in Calgary.
Yeah. What was his name? Smith Hart was driving.
Oh, jeez. I think Harley and Vince were the two guys you didn't drive with.
Yeah. How cool would Harley have been on this show? With his cigarette. Harley, get out of the way. The car's about to run you down. I'll move.
Yeah, nice. They would have to do a PSA style thing afterwards saying, kids, just don't do anything Harley Race did.
Of course I ruined it. That was the scene, Mr. Piper.
But adults do everything Harley did.
Yeah, exactly.
Men do like Harley.
Yep. Did he kick a VCR?
There's not much Hogan in this Hulk Hogan's Rockin' Wrestling.
Yeah. You think he's coming in at the end just to like kind of just oh hey, hi. What somebody's growling.
Oh, yes. Gene feeling the burn. You think Mean Gene was cut?
Yeah, he just did 1,001 sit-ups, so clearly.
I don't think he ever bladed.
No.
I'm here all week.
Yeah.
I don't trust anything the Hogan's eating.
I can't believe the way you've been working out, dude. Mean Gene, you're gonna really live up to this name when you get done with this workout. Man, this is the Hulkamania workout.
Got him a protein shake.
Just protein to keep Mean Gene going.
Bananas, blended bacon.
Growth hormone. Oh, geez, I said too much.
Sleep.
Ah, Gene.
Well, if you had just broken Angelo Poffo's sit-up record, you'd be pretty tired too. I saw your show. Yeah, you making fun of my dad, huh?
Oh no! Oh no! What's happening here?
He's just going to tear the door off since it's obviously off its hinge.
Does the window look open to you?
There you go, Lynn. Here's your keys.
But you bruised my car. The door is off my car.
Well, don't worry. I'll fix that back.
Take it to the Briscoe Brothers Body Shop.
Here you go.
What do you think of having Jack Briscoe on this show? Just standing there being a normal dude.
Oh, that'd be great. Just Jerry Briscoe hooking people.
I fixed it.
He's the worst. Also, why did she buy a car where the door comes off that easily?
I don't know. This is another episode? Is it two shorts stuck together?
My God, I have no idea. Apparently, the everything was resolved.
Yeah. All right, it's
All right, we're hanging.
The monster rolled off the table.
Well, WWF at the time, they like to work short matches, so
That's right.
you save the Broadway for the big shows.
Indeed. In TV taping, they tape 4 hours of TV at once, so I'm sure they made the animators make eight episodes at a time.
Yeah.
Hey, relax, brother. It's only a story.
It's like it's JYD's Rock and Wrestling.
Yeah, apparently.
There's no Hogan.
Just a junkyard minute. If that Frankenstein dude can build himself a monster, then I ought to be able to build myself a junkyard helmet.
Maybe this is why also I was such a huge JYD fan, because he was kind of secretly the star of this show.
Yeah, I guess so, huh? So they're oh goodness, what are they doing?
Okay, Andre, crank up the junkyard juice. It's time to do a little.
These men are not scientists.
Dr. Dog.
Yeah. So because Andre's large, they made him a simpleton?
Yeah, that's not fair. Andre
Yeah,
is quite intelligent.
mean. Yeah, it's kind of. They made him like a big, giant, dumb child or something. That's terrible.
You know what that is?
Yeah.
Giantism. Oh no, that's not giantism.
That's actually is. Yeah, that's a thing. That's
a different.
I think it's
different giantism.
Wait a minute. I think it's giant shaming.
What is the word for being? Like if you're against, for ageism. If you're discriminating against age, it's ageism. What is discrimination against giants?
I think you were actually right with giantism, and gigantism was the disease. It might be
giantism.
It was. I think you're right the first time.
That is something that never occurred in WWF in the 80s, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Junkenstein.
I'll give it to him.
This is really bizarre. No Hogan in this episode at all.
No, he might have just gone to the hotel early, got some catering.
Yeah.
Let the other guys main event the garden.
Yeah.
There's no Madison Square Garden in this. They open with it. The least realistic part of that opening, going back, Hogan walking down the streets of NYC, and he has the entire street to himself.
Yeah.
There should be 90 people in the way of your shot.
Honking and giving him the finger.
Right, spitting on him, and they don't know who he is. They just being them. Like anytime you see New York in TV and in movies, they always do that. There's law and order, and no one else is on the sidewalk. Like, no, that's not how that works.
Yeah.
There's bodies everywhere, yelling at themselves.
And we are in business.
Gosh, this is exciting. Do you think it works, JYD?
Andre, no, not that one. That's a tape of Roddy Piper.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There we go. I was just going to say, we need some villains in this.
Yeah. So they've built their own Junkenstein robot for what reason?
Halloween.
Oh.
I don't know.
Okay.
Why not?
Sure.
Why would you have a tape of Roddy Piper?
Yeah.
Come on, Andre. You got to give him the headbutt.
Yeah, this is going on a little.
Got to give him the double arm chicken wing suplex.
Oh, I made a mess. Can't Bill Watts fire the robot?
Here, let me show you how to take a kick, robot.
Come on, robot. Oh no, anything but is that important?
You know what they're doing here, Bob? They're killing the business.
They're killing it. Yeah, they're killing the territory here. What are they doing?
Oh, in the tub.
Well, here's the thing: if they take him off his feet, they're not going to get one big match out of him.
Do you think there were politics involved here? Like, I am not doing the job to a robot. Like, did wrestlers have any creative control on what's happening in these episodes?
I hope so. I like to think so in my head. I think I'm guessing some executive watched one episode of Superstars, and these are the guys who were on that episode, and went, "Okay, this is the show." And that was that.
So Hulk, we're gonna have this robot. It's gonna beat you down, but that doesn't work for me, brother. Doesn't work.
It doesn't. No. He's got to give the robot the big slam. And also, Hogan has to come save his friends. His friends don't come save him. That's never what happens.
Right.
So I'm still expecting, in my wrestling brain, I'm expecting our two heroes here to get beat up for a bit, and Hogan to run in and be like, I'm the guy who makes the save.
Hot tag, right?
Yeah.
How funny would it be instead of Hogan if it was Robert Gibson?
Yeah. Yes.
King of the hot tag.
Oh man.
Why is JY? I'm asking too many questions here, but
yeah, so many questions.
Why is JYD in his wrestling gear and Andre isn't?
I really do think it was the one episode they watched to make this, and then that's Andre was in his suit and JYD was wrestling. Sometimes you'll see an action figure of a wrestler, and it'll come with a mop for no reason because they made Lance Storm clean up the building that day. And the wrestling figure people were watching that day.
Well, that applies to all toys. Like, why does this hot rod come with a fishing rod? Well, you see, for about 4 seconds in the movie, he was fishing. So clearly, he has to come with a fishing rod.
Exactly. That's a lot of Star Wars fans agree with that theory.
Oh, yeah.
Give us.
Absolutely. I mean, if you're in a Star Wars movie for 4 seconds, then you get a figure.
You must have a thing.
Time to eat.
Oh, jeez. Oh, he's looking for the honeycombs.
Big teeth.
Oh, that was in my head. That song's been in my head for 30-something years.
Why is Andre struggling with this robot?
Hey, and did the robot get taller?
I think so.
Hey, get out of my way,
The Andre turn for WrestleMania 3 when he turned on Hulk was even more devastating just because he was such a heroic character on this cartoon.
I know. I fully expected Andre to be the Omega Supreme of this show.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. He's
not
a factor.
But yeah.
It's not a factor so far.
But
that might have been Hogan's doing, I
think so.
Make Andre look weak, brother. Make him look weak, brother.
Yeah. What happened to Hulk? This is not good.
This shot is a little on the long side. There was a rest hold.
Jeez.
It's the equivalent of a rest hold.
Oh.
Horrible vampire.
There.
Into the wind, where it turned into Dracula.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, this is not going to go well. Yeah.
Is that Gangrel coming now?
There were no 80s vampires, were there?
No, there weren't. Not even close.
No.
Actually, come to think of it, there weren't any really gothic characters other than the Road Warriors in the 80s.
Yeah.
They're about as gothic as it got in the 80s, I think.
Sure. Or Demolition if you want to go on the other side of the fence there, but but even still they weren't so supernaturally spooky. That was
they weren't
more
like Undertaker.
Right. I was thinking October 90. Yeah.
She held the championship belt for some 27 plus years. I can only be talking about the fabulous Moolah.
Can you fathom that? Champion for 27 years?
No.
As kids, we heard that and went, that's incredible. And as adults, we hear that and we go, come on.
Yeah.
Come on. You booked yourself.
In my head, Moolah was always 55 years old.
Yeah. She's like Arn Anderson. She's the female Arn Anderson. She was born with him like that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm very curious. How often do you do this? What, a couple of times a week?
About twice a week. If I'm on the road, sometime I only get to do it once a week.
Was that actual mud?
The makeup people had to give Moolah a cut of their money for this.
That on your face. That's incredible. Well, apparently it's something that works very well for you.
Oh, Captain Lou. He's going to order a burger.
Yes.
That's it.
That's a possibility. Wow. This is, I don't know. I think Gawker charged Hulk for the wrong tape. Wow. They blackmailed him with the wrong... Well, this chalk this up to a list of things. Well, they're never making this again.
I don't know if they could do this today. WWE could do this today, but I have a feeling AEW could pull this off. I wouldn't mind seeing, I wouldn't mind seeing CM Punk's Rockin' Wrestling, and he would probably be the guy if there's anyone today active that would get behind, because he brought the ice cream bars back, right?
Sure,
I bet you he would be the guy to push CM Punk's Rockin' Wrestling.
I couldn't agree more. And he has this hatred. He has a hatred for Hulk Hogan too, which makes it all the more funnier. yeah, it's Hogan. But I think Tony Khan has a history of footing the bill for just about anything. He's if you were to ask me what wrestling person today would I most like to have dinner with, I'd say Tony Khan, just because he'd pay for it.
Not only that, he'd license some of your favorite songs to be playing.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, this guy's great.
As you're eating.
I want to hang out with this guy.
He'd ask, so Bob, what's your favorite band? What's your favorite band, Bob?
Iron Maiden.
Oh, well, get him on the phone. Get him down here right now. Get him. What do you mean they're in San Francisco? That's not that far.
Yeah. That is awesome. That's my first experience with rock and wrestling.
That's my first in a long time, quite possibly my last.
Yeah, I think I hate to just brush it all off, but I think I've got it.
Yeah,
I think I understand.
I think we've seen them all. I'm gonna have to double check and make sure that's the first episode, but
it's my first. Yeah, like I said, first and last. I think it's really kind of a non-issue now.
But definitely a fun curiosity if you're a wrestling fan, especially one that grew up in the 80s. Cool to see an animated Hot Rod and Sheiky Baby. And, that first segment was great.
Sure.
Yeah, the second Frankenstein thing was just kind of filler. No offense to SD Jones and
Mary Shelley. I don't know.
And Corporal Kirshner, but it's basically... It's following up Hulk Hogan versus Roddy Piper with SD Jones versus Corporal Kirshner.
Junkenstein was the Lex Express of these episodes.
Yeah. Bob, let's give a few plugs here for what you got going on. For people who don't know, Bob is the greatest comedian of all time. Yeah.
That is untrue. That is not. I do a bunch of stand-up comedy. I'm in San Diego, formerly New York, formerly San Diego as well. Yeah, on Twitter, find me at Bob Hansen Jokes. It's Hansen with an E in the middle there. You can see all my shows, Last Minute, and all that good stuff. And more for our toy people, the folks, the tribe who watches this. Son Bob, which you named, by the way. I don't know if you remember that, but you gave me the name Son Bob at one point. Yeah, that's you. That's all you.
The trademark bounced.
Yeah, really.
I could take no credit.
Oh, fair. Okay, good. Jeez.
I looked.
Well, I would tell you, because you named it, that means I owe you half of the negative couple of $100 that I've made off the thing. So you'll be getting a bill in the mail.
Okay.
But just all the episodes, I make some.
I'll sell some old LJNs. Hopefully that'll cover it.
Jeez. The Son Bob episodes, yes. A lot of G.I. Joe and now a Motu. Your go-to Motu. Someone should have used that. It rhymes. Are on. Just look for the Bob Squad on YouTube. That's what I call it nowadays. That's what my podcast, my wrestling podcast, Hardest Part of the Ring, is all on YouTube and Podomatic.com. So I'm around. Just I'm not hard to find. I'm always crawling under some rock or something like that.
Yeah, and if for folks out there listening to this, if you've made it this far, it's probably because you're big wrestling fans. So check out Hardest Part of the Ring, Bob's podcast as well on his YouTube channel.
Thank you.
Around as well, Bob. Thank you so much for tagging in. This has been kind of like Hogan and Savage going up against the 50,000 Dungeon of Doom members.
Wow!
I knew this was going to be a big mountain to climb, but I think we've done okay with Hulk Hogan's Rock and Wrestling.
Absolutely. That was let's just say they laid it in pretty stiff. I didn't have to try too hard to sell it.
This episode was stiff. That's a good word for it. Yeah. Awesome. Well, thanks again, Bob. Thanks to everyone out there for listening. Much appreciated. Check out Bob's Twitter. his Instagram, his comedy. Yeah, funny man. Yeah, thinks he's funny because he is. Yeah, doing the thing. Thanks for doing the job today with me. And thanks everyone out there for listening. Nerdness Day. Yeah, dig it.